Hello, friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel, Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. This is the Franchise Stars Baseball League Game of the Week, coming to you live from St. Louis. The Philadelphia Phillies visiting the St. Louis Cardinals. The Phillies come in trying to stay above the 500 mark. Or I should say keep from going below the 500 mark, 45 and 45. The red-hot Cardinals have built themselves a little bit of a cushion now in the NL Central. Max Lanier will get the start for the Cardinals. Cliff Lee will take the mound for the Phillies. Tall order for Lee as the Cardinals have become the highest scoring team in the National League. We will get to that offense, of course, but we will start with the Cardinals in the field. On the mound, Max Lanier, his 18th start of the season. Lanier is 7-5, a 4.28 earned run average. The Cardinals' pitching had not been terrific for much of this season. It has started to come around, coinciding with the offense heating up. And as such, the Cardinals have started to build themselves a little bit of a cushion in the NL Central. As for the Phillies, as we mentioned, it's a dogfight in the NL East. The Phillies are now at 500. They've slipped a little bit, but everybody in that Eastern Division is tightly packed. Richie Ashburn leads it off for the Phillies, smacks it hard back to the mound. It's off Lanier's leg. There will be no play. And Richie Ashburn opens this game on the first pitch with an infield single, and that is how we are underway here from St. Louis. So here's Scott Rowland. The Phillies have been without Rowland for much of the year. Rowland suffered a wrist injury early on in the season, and it has kept him out for pretty much the whole way to this point. So they're excited to have him back. Throw on over to first. Ashburn back easily. See, Rowland 328, 3 homers, 13 RBIs on the season. He has proclaimed himself healthy. Delivery from Lanier in there for a called strike. He was ahead of Rowland 0-2. There you see the Cardinals, 52-39, first place in the NL Central. Lanier checks Ashburn back, delivers. Breaking ball, Rowland, fly ball. Hit well out to left. Playable, though. Ray Lankford underneath it puts it away for out number 1. So that's the first out. We'll check out the Phillies lineup. It's Ashburn, Rowland, and Hamilton. Billy Hamilton has been outstanding, second in the league in batting. Ryan Howard, Sherry McGee, and Gary Maddox. Jimmy Rollins, Juan Samuel, and Carlos Ruiz getting the start behind the plate, giving Darren Dalton a spell against the left-hander. So here, as we mentioned, Billy Hamilton, 376, that 1025 OPS, good for 5th in the National League. 37 runs, 18 steals. Sliding Billy has been outstanding for these Phillies early on. 1 out, Ashburn on first. We're just underway here in St. Louis. Ashburn goes, throw down to second. Good throw, but not in time. Ashburn is in there under the tag with the stolen base. Good strong throw, but Ashburn got the good jump. Ozzie Smith's tag just a little bit late. So runner in scoring position quickly. Pickoff throw to second, and the daylight play. Smith slips in behind him, and Ashburn is picked off. Good move from Lanier. Got Ashburn leaning, and Ozzie slips in behind him, and that's the second out. Big curveball from Lanier, and now he's ahead of Hamilton 0-2. That one down in the dirt, swung on and missed. It'll have to be thrown down to first. But Molina does so without any problem, and the side is retired. So the Phillies get a hit, but it's erased on the pickoff. No runs. We head to the bottom of the first. Phillies nothing. Cardinals coming up. On the hill for the Phillies, Cliff Lee, 6-5, 3.56 earned run average so far. 1.18 whip, only 14 walks in those 121 in the third innings. This is start number 19 on the season for Lee. He'll open up with Tommy Edman. Edman batting .224, 5 homers, 14 runs batted in. Battle of Southpaws going today here at Busch Stadium. Sinker misses down low. You see, the Phillies in 4th in the East, but they're only, I believe it's 2.5 games out. That division very, very tightly packed. Change up. That's in there for a called strike. The Braves and Expos have kind of gone back and forth, leading the NL East. But the Mets have kind of righted their ship a bit, so they've thrust themselves back into the race. They have won 11 of 13 to get back into it. They've overtaken the Phillies to move into 3rd. 1-2 pitch from Lee to Edman. Popped up. Shallow center, left center, coming on. Play is made out there in left by Hamilton. That's right, I actually believe that's Ashburn. I think Hamilton's playing center. So we'll take a look at the Cardinals lineup, despite the stupid uniform glitch that I beat to death every time we do a broadcast. Edman, Smith, and Hornsby, Mize, Edmonds, and Boyer, Molina, Langford, and J.D. Drew. There you see, Cardinals leading the league in offense, 470 runs, first in the National League. So here's Ozzie Smith, 277 on the year. He is currently 3rd in the voting at shortstop in the National League. Obviously, though, it is a midweek game, so I do the broadcast, the game of the week, is based on each Sunday in the schedule. But obviously, we will broadcast the All-Star game in a week and a half or so of game time. I think it's 2 more game of the week broadcasts and then the All-Star game. So hopefully that shouldn't be more than a week or so away. So Lee ahead of Ozzie, 1-2. Tapper out in front of the plate. Gonna have to hurry. Pounced on quickly. Smith is thrown out. Nicely done by Ruiz, getting out from behind the plate. So 2 down. Here again, just underway in St. Louis. Bottom of the 1st. Overcast day. Looks like we should get the game in, though. Not raining at the moment. Here's Rogers Hornsby. Hornsby, 305, 22 homers, 51 RBIs on the year. He has hit 392 on the road, only 189 home here in front of the friendly fans at Busch Stadium. Asked Hornsby about that. He said he has no explanation. He likes hitting here. It just has not yielded the results. Lee ahead of him 0-1. Fastball misses up high. Count goes to 1-1. Pitch from Lee. Pulled foul. He's ahead of Hornsby 1-2. Lee delivers. Fastball. Sinker actually got him at the knees. Hornsby goes down looking, and the side is retired. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Lee. Neither team gets anything in the 1st. We head to the top of the 2nd. Phillies and Cardinals tied at 0. So here comes Ryan Howard. Big slugging lefty first baseman. Howard 282, 15 home runs, 52 runs batted in. He will face the lefty Max Lanier. Lefty's not always an appetizing matchup for Ryan Howard. Lanier gets the sign from Molina and delivers. That one changeup misses down low, 1-1. We'll get to the out-of-town scoreboard later. You see the Expos and the Braves, though. Matchup amongst the top of the NL East. Breaking ball in, 1-2 to count. Pitch from Lanier. Big, slow curveball. Like a knuckle curve, actually. It moved like a curveball. They called that a straight knuckler, but Lanier will wrinkle in there occasionally. There's the curveball, so lots of off-speed stuff from Lanier. Howard goes down flailing. There you see the delivery from Lanier. Howard, a big cut, but Misses it by a good margin there. Swings right over the top of that breaking ball. So Lanier working Howard with a varied assortment of slop there. Gets him for the first out. Here's Sherry McGee. McGee, first pitch swing, grounds it to the right-hand side. Hornsby with the play. Over to Mize for out number 2. I apologize, that's actually Tommy Edman playing second base, I believe. The Raja is designated hitting today. Here's Gary Maddox. Maddox 245. 2 down as Lanier works. Maddox, ground ball back to the mound. Lanier fields this one. Throw over to Mize, and the side is retired. So not much going as of yet in the early going. Mize, Edmonds, and Boyer come up for the Cardinals. Here's Johnny Mize, 8-game hitting streak, 349, 30 home runs, 70 RBIs. If Zach Wheat of the Dodgers ever comes back down to earth in terms of batting average, Mize definitely a triple crown contender. We'll open up facing Lee here. Ground ball through the right-hand side, and that's a base hit. So Mize keeps his hitting streak alive, extends it to 9 games. With a first pitch single through the right-hand side. Nothing Samuel could do there. So it's a leadoff single. Here's Jim Edmonds. Edmonds has been surprising in terms of average so far. 339. Sinker misses inside. 22 homers, 56 RBIs. Not overly surprised by the power and run production numbers from Edmonds, but 339. A little bit higher than what you would expect for him. Changeup misses down low. Edmonds has grounded into 14 double plays so far. Ahead of the count here, 2-0. Lee misses with a sinker, low and away. 3-0. There you see Ken Boyer, the third baseman, swinging the bat in the on-deck circle. Here comes the delivery. Taking, fastball in there for a called strike. 3-1. Mize doesn't figure to be going anywhere. Lee delivers. Fly ball right field. Sherry McGee underneath it. He'll put it away for the first out. So 1 down. Lee will now deal with Ken Boyer. Boyer 279, 7 homers, 40 runs batted in. Pretty much similar road and home. 270 away, 291 at home, 20 RBIs in each location. Lee gets the sign from Ruiz and looks in. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. So much for that. That was a hit and run that did not work as Mize is gunned down by a mile. That was either, frankly, an ill-conceived hit and run or a missed sign. Boyer not really a super contact hitter, so not an ideal guy to hit and run with. And Johnny Mize not really fast enough to warrant a hit and run situation either, in case that happens. So now there's 2 outs. Lee fires another strike there. He's ahead of Boyer 0-2. So both teams with a misstep on the bases so far. Richie Ashburn picked off in the first. Hard to criticize the Cardinals offensively, whatever they do, as they are the team that leads the league in runs scored. But that just seems like a poor decision there. Cutter misses up high. Count now 2-2 on Boyer. Lee delivers. There's a shot out to left. Carrying. Going back. Tracked down, though. And the side is retired. So, we stay scoreless. We move on to the top of the third. Phillies and Cardinals. 0-0. Here's Jimmy Rollins. Rollins batting 273. Switch hitting, Rollins will bat from the right-hand side. Breaking ball from Lanier, inside for ball 1. pitch. Fastball. Up and away. Not sure which he called it. Perhaps both. But Lanier behind Rollins now 2-0. Fastball in there for a strike. It's 2-1. These Cardinals, very happy with their rookie draft. Dizzy Dean will join the Cardinals next year. There's a shot out in the right. That falls for a base hit. So Rollins goes the other way with a leadoff single to start off the third for the Phillies. Ted Breitenstein has been excellent so far this season for the Cardinals, but you don't really think of Breitenstein as a number 2, particularly in a league setting like this behind ace Bob Gibson. But Dizzy Dean certainly fits that bill. Here's Juan Samuel, 253. Also got 16 steals. Lanier sets and delivers. Change up in there for a strike, 0-2. Samuel, pair of doubles and 3 RBIs in yesterday's game. Here's the pitch from Lanier. Fastball misses inside. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Down in the dirt. Rollins does not try to go. Nice block there by Molina. 2-2. Lanier delivers. Swung on and missed. Samuel chases, as he is wont to do, for the first out. That one down in the dirt. Samuel, no business swinging at that one, but he does so anyway. So one down, here's Carlos Ruiz. Ruiz batting .276. Pitch out, runner goes. Strong throw down to second, and Rollins is gunned down. So they saw it coming. Rollins with the aggressive move, but the pitch out, nabs him at second. Edman slaps the tag on, and there are 2 away. Popped up on the infield. Edman underneath it, puts it away, and the side is retired. So a little bit of a adventure on the bases for both teams so far here. Not in terms of really base running decisions, but more managerial decisions or just plain things not working out. 3 runners have been erased on the bases here as we head into the bottom of the third. So here's Yadier Molina. Molina batting .274. He steps in to face Cliff Lee to open up the bottom of the third. Cutter down low. And ball 1. That one misses up high. So Lee falls behind Molina 2-0. Both pitchers looking to have good stuff here tonight. Ground ball down to first. Howard picks it. A race between Ryan Howard and Yadier Molina to the base. You could clock the speed on those 2 guys with a sundial. But Howard beats him to the bag for the first out. Here's Ray Langford. Langford has been outstanding. .307, 21 homers, 49 RBIs. .991 OPS. I always felt like Langford was a bit of an underrated player. Not a superstar by any means, but Ray Langford was a good, solid ball player. There's a shot the other way. Oh, nicely snagged by Rollins. That looked like it was going to get over his head, but Rollins makes the leap going out into left and makes the grab for out number 2. Here's J.D. Drew, the right fielder, .279, 8 homers, 29 RBIs. Pitch from Lee. Cutter misses up high. Looks in and deals. That one's in there. Change up at the knee is 1-1. We will get to the out-of-town scoreboard shortly. Sinker there, swung on and missed by Drew. 1-2 the count. Cutter misses away, 2-2. There's a pitch ripped back up the middle. Base hit for Drew. He was right on top of that one. So 2-out single for J.D. Drew. That'll roll the Cardinals order over. To the top, and here's Tommy Edman. Edman 0 for 1. That's the pitch. Cutter in there for a strike. Edman flew out his first time up. Checking the out-of-town scoreboard, Angels all over the Orioles, 6-0. Mark Trumbo was hit a pair of home runs with 4 RBIs for the Angels in that one. Tigers continue to struggle. They are behind the White Sox 3-0 in the third. Carlos Lee drove in a pair there. Blue Jays play the Mariners later in Seattle. Juan Guzman and James Paxton, the pitching matchup there. Astros visit the A's. Shane Reynolds and Rube Waddell. In the third, Indians and Royals, scoreless. George Uhl and Charlie Leibrandt, the pitching matchup there in Kansas City in the division nobody wants, the AL Central. Rangers lead the Twins 1-0 in the third. Frank Howard has gone deep for his 14th for Texas. Expos and Braves, scoreless in the third. Steven Strasburg, Jim Whitney, the pitching matchup there. Marlins lead the Mets 5-2 in the sixth. Marcell Ozuna has homered for the Marlins in that one. Carlos Beltran has gone deep for the Mets. Ground ball there, force out at second. Side is retired. We are a third of the way through here in St. Louis. Heading to the top of the fourth. Phillies and Cardinals. 0-0. So we open up the top of the fourth.
Leading off for Philadelphia, the left
Max Lanier
number 1.
will work to Richie Ashburn. Stepping in. Lanier. 26th pitch of the game. Fastball misses down low. Ashburn 17 doubles on the year. That fastball misses up and in. Ashburn almost gets clipped by that one. Lanier's behind Ashburn, 2-0. Breaking ball way outside. See Scott Rowland waiting on deck. Lanier has fallen behind Ashburn, 3-0 here to open up the fourth. Pitch, change up in there for a strike. 3-1 the count. Lanier deals. Fastball low and away. Ashburn draws the lead-off walk. So here's Rowland. Rowland flew out his first time up. He's 4 for 9 in the series. Break ball from Lanier. Ashburn goes. Throw down to second is in time, and Ashburn is gunned down. So Ashburn has been on twice. He's been erased both times, picked off his first time, gunned down by Molina the second time. Both teams pushing the envelope on the bases in this game, neither one having any success. Fastball misses up high. 2-0 the count. Here as Lanier works to Rowland. Fastball misses inside. There you see sliding Billy Hamilton swinging in the on-deck circle. Lanier delivers. Breaking ball just outside, so Rowland draws the walk. One down, man on first. Here's Hamilton. Hamilton struck out his first time up. Lanier looks in. There's the pitch. Runner goes on the breaking ball. This one is lined down the right field line, hooking just foul. That was probably a run if that ball lands fair. Rowland was on the move. Phillies being very aggressive. Fastball in there for a called strike. Lanier ahead of Hamilton 0-2. I don't remember because we did a Phillies broadcast recently. They played the Padres. I think it was like a week and a half ago. It might have even been the last broadcast that I did. I don't remember the Phillies running much in that game. But they're feeling so inclined here in this one. 1-2 as Lanier works to Hamilton. Ground ball to short. Ozzie Smith has it. Takes it to second for one. Spins and throws to first, not in time. Hamilton able to beat it out. Smith knew there was no way that he could flip that to Edman and have any hope of getting Hamilton at first. Smith made it a close play. A little spin there. And that is more to try to get momentum than Ozzie showboating. Although Ozzie was known to showboat, but I don't think that was the case there. So 2 down. Here's Ryan Howard. With that spin, Ozzie trying to get a little extra momentum on that throw, but Hamilton gets down the line way too fast. So 2 outs. Runners still at first. Ryan Howard has struck out the most times in the National League, 82 to this point in the year. Throw over to first. Hamilton gets back. You see that out-of-town scoreboard interrupted before. Rays up on the Reds 3-2. Rockies and Diamondbacks tied at 2 in the 4th. Jay Payton has an RBI for Colorado. And J.D. Martinez his 19th home run of the year for Arizona. Cubs and Dodgers scoreless just underway in the first. Giants and Padres tied at 2 in the first. Mel pair of RBIs there. Throw over, Hamilton gets back. So Lanier certainly trying to keep him close. Mize and Hamilton chatting a little bit over at the bag. Another weak throw over Hamilton. Doesn't hit the deck this time. Hard to run on these lefties. Here's the pitch. Ryan Howard laces this one out to center. It's gonna hang up though. Edmonds gets over there, gets a great read on it, and puts it away for the 3rd out. We head to the bottom of the 4th, still scoreless. Smith, Hornsby, and Mize coming up for the Cardinals. Here's Ozzie 0 for 1, grounded out his first time up.
Not shortstop, Ozzie Smith.
Cliff Lee at 39 pitches through 3. Fastball in there for a called strike. There's the pitch. That one fouled off. Lee working up and down, in and out. Just what he does when he is at his best. 0-2 pitch from Lee. High fastball. Smith chases, pops it up. Lee's going to go over and field it. Howard wouldn't have got there, and it didn't seem like Ruiz really knew where that ball was. So nice job there by Cliff Lee. First out of the inning. Here's Rogers Hornsby. Hornsby 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. High fastball at the letters, called strike. Hornsby spins away in disgust. 0-1 pitch here from Lee. Fastball, that one misses. Evens the count at 1-1. Lee looks in. Deals. That one fouled off. After going up high, Lee changes the eye level, gets one down around the knees. Hornsby barely gets a tip of it. 1-2. Sinker, that one didn't do much of anything. Stayed well outside. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Hornsby fights it off. Foul down the right field line. Count remains 2-2. Ruiz signaled that he wanted high, but set up low. Pitch does go high. It's popped up. Lee will just point on this one. Howard underneath it. Puts it away for out number 2.
Now batting, number 26.
So 2 down here, bottom of the 4th. in St. Louis. Here's Johnny Mize. Mize singled his last time up. First time up. Gets his average up to 351. He is third in the National League in batting. Here's the pitch. Change up. Misses away 1-0. Mize also leading the National League in home runs at this point. He has overtaken Willie Mays. He's third in the league in RBIs, 2 behind Mays, 4 behind leader Larry Walker of the Rockies. 1-0 pitch. Mize yanks this one hard but foul. Again, Mize singled his first time up, extending his hitting streak to 9 games. Pitch from Lee. Popped up. Howard moving over. He's going to have a play on it. Puts it away. So 3 weak pop-ups don't leave the infield. Cardinals go down meekly in the bottom of the 4th through 4. Each side has 2 hits and no runs. We head to the top of the 5th, still scoreless from Busch Stadium. So in steps Sherry McGee. McGee 0 for 1. Grounded out his first time up. Lanier and Lee both have looked terrific in this one. McGee 21 home runs. Been a surprising pop. Again, fighters. Boxing on the brain, sorry. Players are rated relative to their era. So again, old-time guys who played in an era, particularly like dead ball guys and guys like Frank Home Run Baker and guys like that, who were leading the league when they were hitting 10 home runs, are going to hit more prodigious home run numbers playing in this league in the modern, in a kind of a modern era kind of setting. So I adjust their ratings accordingly based on something called Davenport translations, developed by Clay Davenport. Ground ball up the middle. Edman dives, knocks it down, tries to make the play at first, not in time. It'll be an infield single from McGee. Nice try there by Tommy Edman. But basically, Davenport developed a system of equating how players would do in different eras and stuff like that. So I use his Davenport translation statistics for the ratings in this game because it perfectly matches what I'm trying to do. Here's Gary Maddox. So Sherry McGee was a guy who played in the early 1900s, 1910s, and was a guy who, at his peak, was probably hitting, 10 to 15 homers. In a modern era, that would equate to a bit more than that. Although the 21, a little bit past the midway point of the season, is still higher than what I would be expecting McGee to hit. He was actually red hot early on in the season. He's cooled down a little bit. Pitch in the dirt, swung on and missed. Maddox is retired. Runner contemplates advancing but doesn't try it. Lots of movement on this one. 13 inches, 24.97 RPMs. Rumor has it that's impressive. Nice pitch here from Lanier. Maddox flails weakly at it and misses it by a country mile. Nice block there by Molina. He's had to do that a couple of times in this one. So 1 out, man on first. Here's Jimmy Rollins. Fastball in there for a called strike. 0-1 the count. Rollins singled his first time up and was thrown out trying to steal second. Running on Molina, no easy task. They feel like they can do it because Lanier throws so many off-speed pitches and slow off-speed pitches. Between the knuckleball, he breaks out occasionally, that big looping 12-6. His pitch selection is something you can certainly run on if you guess right. So I understand the logic a little bit. 1-2 the count. Lanier. There's that knuckle. Misses inside 2-2. Throw over to first. Runner gets back. So 2-2 the count to Rollins. Runner on first, 1 down. top of the 5th inning. Another throw over. Keeping him close. Gets back safely. Lanier looks in. Delivers. Misses down and into Rollins. Full count now. Juan Samuel waits on deck. Pitch from Lanier. Breaking ball. Rollins pulls it down to third. Boyer has it. Throws to second for one. Edman turn on to first. 5-4-3. Double play ends the inning. We've reached the midway point here in St. Louis. Couldn't have drawn that up any better if you're Ken Boyer. Easy turn there from Edman. Had plenty of time. Rollins gets doubled up easily. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Still scoreless. Phillies and Cardinals. Here's Jim Edmonds to lead off the bottom of the 5th. Flew out his first time up. He's got a pair of home runs in the series. Sinker down low. Fouled off. Edmonds 4th in the National League in walks. Cliff Lee has been terrific so far. Virtually no hard contact against him. One line out to center before, and that was pretty much it. Lee ahead of Edmonds here, 0-2. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. Cutter away, Edmonds trying to protect, fights it off into the seats. Lee delivers. Ground ball down to first. Howard has it. He'll take it himself. And there's one away. You see Ken Griffey Jr. continuing to just crush the ball for the Mariners. Leads the American League and the Major Leagues in homers. He's up to 35 now. Bob Horner snapped a hitless streak of 0-for-19 there. And Horner's batting average has been a bit surprisingly high to this point in the season, so he's bound to cool off. First pitch strike here to Ken Boyer. Delivery from Lee. Another sinker at the knees on the corners. That's an impossible pitch to do anything with. Lee ahead of Boyer 0-2. Sinker away for a ball. Jimmy Rollins hit 6 RBIs in the game yesterday. The Phillies taking game 2 of the series. Lee misses up high, 2-2 the count. I'm not really sure how Cliff Lee is questioning that. That pitch was well out of the zone. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Line shot to first off the glove of Howard. Lee covers. Good job by Ryan Howard to stay with that. That ball was scalded. Caught off the edge of Howard's glove, but it stayed next to him, and he had the presence of mind to pick it up and not make the wild throw. Lee gets over there to cover. So good job all around. 2 down. Here's Yadier Molina. He grounded out his first time up. First pitch, sinker at the knees for a called strike. Another sinker down low. Lee just burying that pitch on guys all day today. Angels have extended their lead to 8-1 over Baltimore. Lee saws him off, tapped back to the mound. Throw to first. Molina's retired. And the Cardinals go down 1-2-3 here. Molina's bat shatters into a bunch of toothpicks. We head to the top of the 6th. Phillies and Cardinals. Great pitchers duel here. Cliff Lee, Max Lanier. We are scoreless. Here's Juan Samuel to lead off the top of the 6th. White Sox up on the Tigers 4-0. Zeke Benor is homered for the White Sox there. Blue Jays and Mariners underway in Seattle. That game scoreless in the 2nd. A's have a 1-0 lead over the Astros in the 2nd. Reggie Jackson, his 16th home run of the year for Oakland. Cleveland and Kansas City scoreless in the 5th. Got a good one there. George Uhl, Charlie Leibrandt. Rangers lead the Twins 2-0 in the fifth. That one grounded to short. Ozzie Smith, throw to first, gets him for the first out.
Now batting, the catcher, Carlo.
One hopper, that ball hit hard, came up a bit on Smith, but the soft hands, he stays with it nicely. Guns the runner down. Marlins still lead the Mets 5-2. Brewers up on the Pirates 2-1 in the fifth. Bob Elliott has hit his 18th home run for the Pirates there. Carlos Gomez with an RBI for the Brewers. Rays still lead the Reds 3-2. That game now in the 8th in Cincinnati. Fred McGriff, his 14th home run of the year for the Rays. Bid McPhee, his 8th for the Reds. Diamondbacks and Rockies still tied at 2 in the 5th. Line drive here in the center. That's going towards the gap. That's going to be extra bases. Round first, heading into second. That is a one-out double, stroked by Carlos Ruiz, only his second double of the season. Like getting the extra base hits from your 9-hitter. So it's a one-out double for Ruiz. And now Max Lanier, his first touch of trouble in this game. Here's Richie Ashburn. Breaking ball misses away. 1-0 to count. Ashburn paws at the dirt. Get a little bit of grip on that bat. Ruiz on second. Lanier looks at him. Ruiz ain't going anywhere. Shot here. Ashburn dunks this one out on the left. That's going to get down for a base hit. Ruiz, of course, will hold on third. Runners at the corners. Ashburn trying to fire up the bench. Seeing if the Phillies can get something across here. Langford gets it in quickly. So now it's runners at the corners with one down. Here's Scott Rowland. Rowland 0 for 1. Way out in front of that changeup from Lanier. 0-1 to count. Rowland, as I mentioned, 0 for 1. He also walked back in the fourth. Lanier gets the sign from Molina. It would have to be a decent length fly ball to bring Ruiz home. He does not run well. Fly ball hit well to center. That will probably do it, though. Edmonds fields it, gets the throw in. It's not going to be cut off, but it's also not going to be in time. Carlos Ruiz comes home on the sacrifice fly from Scott Rowland. This game has its first run here in the top of the 6th as the Phillies take a 1-0 lead. Edmonds took his shot at it. That was pretty deep. But with Ruiz running, he took an opportunity. Not enough, either in terms of strength or being online. So here's Billy Hamilton now. 2 outs, runners on first. Throw over to first. Hamilton gets back. Pitch from Lanier. Pitch out. Nobody's going. That paid off for them earlier. Ashburn 10 steals. He can run a bit. Hasn't been running a super amount this year. His success rate has also not been great. He's been picked off today, which will count against that ledger. 2-0 pitch. Down in the dirt. Ryan Howard waits on deck. It's 3-0 here to Hamilton. That one fastball in there for a called strike. Pitch here from Lanier. Takes his time, checking the runner back. Ground ball, down to first, but foul. His count now full on Hamilton. Delivery from Lanier. That one yanked out to right. It's hooking foul towards the stand. See if there's a play on it, and there is. Nice job there. J.D. Drew tracks that one down near the stands. So the Cardinals now in a 1-0 hole. Langford, Drew, and Edmonds. Coming up Edman, sorry, not Edmonds. Well, they have both of them. It's Tommy Edman in the leadoff slot, who will bat third this inning here in the bottom of the sixth in St. Louis. Cliff Lee on cruise control for the Phillies. Max Lanier has been terrific for the Cardinals. That's a called strike at the knees to Langford. Delivery here from Lee. High cutter swung on and missed. This year, American League batting leaders Tommy Henrich has taken over the batting lead there. 356, Eddie Collins at 353. Mike Sweeney, John Stone, and Reggie Smith of the Boston Red Sox round out your top five in the AL. That one swung on and missed. Down goes Langford for the first out of the inning. As mentioned before, Ken Griffey Jr. leads all of baseball in home runs with 35. He's 9 up on Jim Thome in the AL, who has 26. Gehrig, Trout, both with 25. Ted Williams with 24, ranking 5th in the AL. Here's J.D. Drew. Griffey also leading the AL in RBIs with 77. Gehrig has 74. Mark McGwire of the A's with 73. Manny Machado ranks 4th in RBIs with 68. Jim Thome 5th with 66. That one is fouled off. 1-1 the count to Drew. Ricky Henderson leads the AL in steals with 34. Leads all of baseball as well. That one's fouled off, so the count now 1-2. Tell you, Cliff Lee building some momentum here. He has looked exceptional in this one. Sinker misses inside. He has just buried that sinker down low at the knees, almost always on the corners all game here. That one tapped down, Rowland. Long throw. Nice job, Scott Rowland. Behind the bag. That was slashed the other way. Rowland carried into foul territory. I said that was tapped. That ball was hit a bit harder than that. That's a bad description by me. But Rowland, good coverage there on the backhand. Long throw from foul ground. Unloads and guns Drew down for the second out. So here's Tommy Edman. There's that sinker again. At the knees on the inside corner. This is Cliff Lee at his best, folks. He has been exceptional. Stifling the best lineup in the league. The Cardinals have overtaken the San Francisco Giants for the most runs scored in the NL. Swung on and missed, and Edman is made to look silly there. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Lee retires him. So the Cardinals still only have 2 hits. We are 2/3 of the way through. We head to the top of the 7th. Phillies with a 1-0 lead over the Cardinals. So here comes Ryan Howard to face Max Lanier.
The first baseman, Ryan.
Howard 0-for-2. He has struck out and lined out on the day. Lanier only at 70 pitches. He, again, has pitched terrifically here. He's simply been bested by Cliff Lee. Breaking ball misses low and away, 1-0. It's your National League. I guess we missed the average leaders. The home run leader, Johnny Mize, here of the Cardinals. Willie Mays and Larry Walker both have 27. Bryce Harper of the Expos has 26. Nate Colbert of the Padres also with 26. RBI leader is also Larry Walker with 74. Willie Mays with 72. Johnny Mize with 70. Harper has 68. Colbert has 64. Colbert, just about the only bright spot for those Padres here in this first season of the Franchise Stars Baseball League. Padres also did not have a particularly good rookie draft, so it's going to be a tough slog for them for a little bit here in the FSBL. 2-2 count as Lanier wipes his brow, working to Howard. Here's the pitch, swung on a missed, strike 3. Lanier gasses him with a fastball for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, number 35.
There you see, tied for fourth in wins, Bob Gibson here of these Cardinals. Gibson has actually struggled a little bit lately. He's kind of had 2 sets of back-to-back starts this year, one back in the beginning of May and one in late June, that have kind of inflated his ERA. He's still among the league leaders in wins. I think he's 11-3, if I remember right. But his ERA is creeping up near 4 at this point. But he is still the Cardinals' ace. Make no mistake about it. There is nobody they'd rather send to the mound than Gibby. 2-1 the count as Lanier works to McGee. That one bounced foul. Count stays at 2-2. Fastball misses inside. Count is full. Gary Maddox waits on deck. Breaking ball swung on a miss, strike 3. So Lanier with a couple of strikeouts here in the top of the 7th.
The batter, the designated hitter.
So you can see the StatCast sequence there. Fastball low and high. Another fastball high. Fastball low. Just fastball, 5 straight fastballs. And then that curveball messes up his timing completely. So here's Gary Maddox. Maddox 0 for 2. Indians and Royals still scoreless in the 7th. Great pitcher's duel there. Knuckleball slashed. Out to left. Langford retreats, puts it away, and the side is retired. So it's 7th inning stretch time here in St. Louis. Great pitcher's duel. The best pitcher's duel we've had in the game of the week since the opening day matchup between Seaver and Scherzer. Phillies lead at 1-0. Cliff Lee at 75 pitches to start the bottom of the 7th. Ozzie Smith lays down a bunt, trying to get on. Rolling charges. Throw over to first, and he gets him. Ozzie trying to get something going there. Rowland won't let him do it, though. Nice job there by Scott Rowland. So 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th. It has been this hazy, overcast day all day here, but no rain has fallen in St. Louis. Here's Rogers Hornsby. Hornsby 0 for 2. Lee delivers. Sinker misses down low, 1-0. Ryan Madsen, Dutch over, throwing in the Phillies bullpen. Lee still continues to seem to be on cruise control right now. The Hornsby tapper out to short. Rollins charges. Quick throw to first, and he gets him 2 men down. There has been virtually no even hard contact against Cliff Lee today in this one. So here's Johnny Mize. Mize 1 for 2, singled his first time up. First pitch swing. Lashes it foul outside third for strike 1. Pitch from Lee. Sinker misses down and in, 1-1 the count. There's the pitch. Mize lines it once again foul. So Mize trying to go the other way. You can see Lee has not thrown more than 15 pitches in any inning in this game. It has been masterful. Cutter misses low and away. Count goes to 2-2. Change up. Mize fouls it back. I don't see many change-ups get fouled back. That's usually the case on a fastball, but that's what happened there. High cutter, Mize swings and misses. He is struck out. Side is retired, and the Cardinals continue to have no answers for Cliff Lee. We head to the top of the 8th. Phillies lead St. Louis 1-0.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Cardinals.
So Max Lanier's day is done. Here's Trevor Rosenthal, 30th appearance of the season.
Leading off for Philadelphia.
It's been a tough road for Rosenthal, whose ERA is up over 9. He'll face Jimmy Rollins to start things off here in the 8th. Rollins' first pitch swing pops it up. Edman, out in the shallow right, puts it away for out number 1.
Second baseman.
So Rosenthal needs one pitch to retire his first batter. Here's Juan Samuel. Samuel 0 for 2. He has struck out and grounded out in this one. 2 for 12 in the series. Rosenthal gets the sign from Molina and delivers. Fastball at the knees for strike 1. Kevin Segrist and Al Hrabosky, a pair of lefties, throwing in the St. Louis bullpen. Rosenthal delivers. Oh, big change up there, Samuel. Almost swung himself into the ground there. He's behind 0-2. Rosenthal, another drop change up there. That one misses low. Samuel takes it for ball 1. There's the pitch. Samuel way out in front of that. So Rosenthal going again to that changeup. Don't want to throw that pitch too many times in succession. As good as it is. Another one inside, though. 2-2 the count. It almost acts like a curveball. It's got a very hard drop to it. Fastball swung on and missed. Samuel goes chasing. That pitch almost in the other batter's box. He is fanned for out number 2.
The catcher, Carlos Ruiz.
So that'll bring up Carlos Ruiz. Ruiz scored the only run of this game. He doubled back in the 6th. Moved over to 3rd on a base hit from Richie Ashburn, and then scored on a sacrifice fly from Scott Rowland to account for the only run in this game. Terrific pitchers, though. Again, Max Lanier was outstanding for the Cardinals. He's just been bested by a near flawless Cliff Lee. Rosenthal gets Ruiz to swing and miss there. Count goes to 1-1. There's a shot, base hit in the left. So Ruiz has his second hit of the day. A 2-out single. Hit on a rope out to Langford to roll the order over. Here's Richie Ashburn. Ashburn 2 for 2. He has also walked. Changeup misses down low, 1-0. Rosenthal from the set position. And delivers. Fastball up high, 2-0. You would think if there were less than 2 outs, you might see a pinch runner for Ruiz here, but with 2 men down, they're going to let Ruiz stay in the game. That fastball misses away, 3-0. Scott Rowland swinging in the on-deck circle. Rosenthal deals. In there for a called strike. 3-1 the count. We saw Marlins over the Mets 5-2. Pirates and Brewers tied at 4 in the 8th. A called strike there as Rosenthal battles his way back here against Richie Ashburn. Rays over the Reds 3-2. Fred McGriff his 14th homer in that game for the Rays. Bid McPhee his 8th for the Reds. Ashburn out into right field. That's a base hit. Ruiz will hold at second. So Richie Ashburn has his 3rd hit of the game. And now the Phillies have a runner in scoring position. Now you gotta wonder, does it make sense to go to the pinch runner here for Ruiz? They elect not to, though. Here's Rowland. First pitch swinging, fouls it off. Again, Phillies trying to give Dutch Dalton a day off from behind the plate against Max Lanier, the lefty who started here for St. Louis. That one grounded foul. So Rosenthal now ahead of Rowan 0-2. Rosenthal gets it back and sets. Ruiz inching off of second. Here's the pitch from Rosenthal. Roland swings and misses. Strike 3 and the side is retired. So the Phillies get a pair on but are unable to do anything with it. Rosenthal gets out of the jam. We head to the bottom of the 8th here in St. Louis. Phillies 1, Cardinals nothing. So Lee, unsurprisingly, stays on. He's at 84 pitches through 7. He will face Jim Edmonds here to start things off in the bottom of the 8th. There was bullpen action going for the Phillies, but that was pretty much precautionary. Sinker misses low and away. There you see Hector Neris, the closer, now throwing. Dutch Ulrich has been up throwing for a while. Ryan Madsen has sat down. He delivers. That one yanked foul, 1-1. He fires again. That one popped up. Ranging over, Samuel puts it away right behind second base for the first out. So awkward contact has pretty much been the order of the day here for the Cardinals against Cliff Lee. Here comes Ken Boyer. Boyer 0 for 2. He is lined out and grounded out. Pitch from Lee. Cutter misses inside, 1-0. Lee delivers. That one ground ball up the middle, ranging to his left is Rollins. He's there. Throws quickly, gets Boyer for out number 2. Cardinals continue to be stymied by Lee. Here's Yadier Molina. Molina 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. First pitch fastball. Cutter in there for a strike. He delivers again. Molina line shot out to right. Sherry McGee is there. It hangs up for him. And McGee puts it away. So another 1-2-3 inning for Lee. We head to the top of the 9th here in St. Louis. The Phillies lead the Cardinals 1-0. So Rosenthal put in his inning of work. He's done. Here's Kevin Segrist, his 12th appearance of the year. 1-1, a 3.60 earned run average. He will get to deal with the heart of the Phillies order, try to keep this a 1-0 game. Here's Billy Hamilton. Hamilton 0 for 3. Flew out his last time up. Fastball misses down low, 1-0. There's the pitch. Looping shot out there to left. Langford ranges over. He gets there, puts it away. Playing Hamilton shading towards the line a bit anyway for the first out. So here's Ryan Howard. Howard 0 for 3. Change up. Misses 1-0. Segrist deals again. Fastball misses away. 2-0 to count. Segrist will work carefully here to Howard. Fastball. That wasn't that careful. That was pretty much right down the pipe. Count goes to 2-1. There's the pitch. High fastball. Howard swings and misses again. Now the count is even at 2-2. Seaver's delivers. Breaking ball. Howard just gets a piece of it, pulls it foul. Here's the pitch. Swung on a miss, strike 3. Down goes Howard again, adding to that league-leading strikeout total. 2 men down.
Number 35.
Away, right down the heart of the plate. And then up high. Then it's the slow stuff away again. So here's Sherry McGee. McGee 1 for 3. Here comes the pitch. Fastball. In there. High strike. 1-1 the count. 1-1 delivery. That one fouled off. Count goes to 1-2. So Segrist trying to follow up Rosenthal with a good inning of relief. Change up, misses outside. Count goes to 2-2. Breaking ball. Hit out to right. Going back on it. Still going back. Tracked down at the warning track. Nice job, J.D. Drew. So Drew tracks it down, and it'll be the bottom of the order here for the Cardinals. Langford, Drew, and Edman to face Cliff Lee. Here's Ray Langford. Langford 0 for 2. Slash the other way, but foul. Dan will get a souvenir there. Pitch from Lee. Langford fouls off the cutter. Count goes to 0-2. Here's the pitch. That one. Another one slapped down the left field line, but foul. So Langford trying to hang in there tough here on this at bat. 0-2 delivery. In the dirt. That one's 1-2. Tried to get Langford to chase. He was having none of it. Sinker misses inside. 2-2 is the count. That one pulled to the right side. Langford flips to Lee. Howard flips to Lee to retire Langford for the first out here in the bottom of the ninth. So that'll bring up J.D. Drew. Drew 1 for 2, singled back in the third. He's also made a couple of nice plays out there on right today, including the one that closed out the top of this inning. Fastball. Drew twitches, doesn't swing, but it's a called strike anyway. That one. Slap to third. Fairly soft liner right at Rowland for the second out. So the Cardinals, again, the league's top offense, they are now 1 out away from being shut out. Just an outstanding performance here from Cliff Lee. Here's Tommy Edman. Edman is 0 for 3. First pitch swing, there's a shot in the left field for a base hit. Only the third hit of the game for the Cardinals. But Edman attacks the low ball there. Cutter was able to let Edman stretch his arms out a little bit. Get some extension, ground that ball in the left. So here's Ozzie Smith. The Wizard hitless on the day. 100 pitches thrown by Lee. Phillies trying to let him finish this for the complete game shutout. Pitch out, nothing doing. You can absolutely see Tommy Edman taking a shot at stealing here. Pitch in there for the strike. Count goes to 1-1. Checks the runner and delivers. Sinker just off the outside corner. 2-1 the count. It'll be interesting to see if Smith is able to get on here. If the Phillies still decide to let Lee try and finish this game. There's the pitch. Smith fouls it back. St. Louis now down to their final strike. 2-2 the count. Edman on first. Here's the pitch to Smith. Dunker out in the right field. That's getting down. McGee gets over, but he's not going to be able to play it. Has to take it on the hop. Runner holds at second, though. So Ozzie Smith with the blue base hit in the right. Edman holds at second. Tying run in scoring position. Here's Rogers Hornsby, and this is Cliff Lee's game to finish. Hornsby out to right. McGee backs up. He's there. Puts it away, and the ball game is over. Outstanding performance. Cliff Lee, a complete game shutout, comes into St. Louis, cools off the red-hot Cardinals. The Phillies keep from dropping below 500. They'll be at 46-45. Lee improves to 7-5. Max Lanier, again terrific for the Cardinals, falls to 7-6. Johnny Mize extends his hitting streak to 9 games. Modestly, there you see the only run of the game, scored by Carlos Ruiz on the Scott Rowland sacrifice fly back in the 6th. Tough loss for Lanier, who certainly tied the Phillies up in knots for a good portion of the day. See Trevor Rosenthal got out of the 8th after Lanier gave him 7 strong. So the final line on Lee, 9 innings, 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, no walks, and of course the important one, no runs allowed. Lanier, 7 innings, he struck out 6, walked 2, allowed 1 run on 5 hits. No errors for either team. Lone RBI goes to Scott Rowland. So again, we've had games of all varieties here on these Game of the Week broadcasts, but that's definitely the best pitchers duel that we've had since the opening broadcast tilt between Max Scherzer and Tom Seaver on opening day. A nice, clean and tidy, fun broadcast to do. I thank you guys, as always, for watching and supporting the Legend Sports Universe. Like and follow if you have not as of yet. Subscribe, follow the Facebook page. Most importantly, though, be good to each other, guys, and we'll talk soon.